People who call themselves the Afrikani find themselves with the people who call themselves the Europes. The Europes are very similar to the Afrikanis physically, but they have had a more fertile land and have more advanced technologies in the way of killing men. They took the land and forced the Afrikani to serve them and pay taxes to the tyrant Europes. Later, the Europe factions fought one another and pulled the Afrikani into the fight. When the Afrikani soldiers forced into combat returned, they spoke of the Europe's true weakness and how its citizens suffered. This gave the Afrikani hope that one day their shackles would be lifted and they would be free. Some of the Europes on the winning side freed the Afrikani they were controlling, one of which was named after a powerful Afrikani empire, where the leader came straight from Europe imprisonment. Then the rest of the Afrikani realized that the other Europes wouldn't let go of their new land unless pushed to do so. So the other Afrikani took up arms and ambushed a large number of soldiers and other military outposts, seizing powerful Europe weapons for themselves. Then they drove the Europes out of one place after another. Multiple areas had their leaders come straight from Europe imprisonment because it often showed they were against the Europe. But there was a lingering threat of an Europe invasion. However, after a while, it became obvious that an Europe invasion would not be possible, as the free people in Afrikani were building armies of their own and becoming independent on anything Europe. The last place to have Europe control was only still under their control because the Afrikani could not cross because the mountain to the south, for it was too cold, and the Afrikani had too few ships to invade from the sea. Also, because of the large amount of Europe control in Afrikani, they had to fight a political war, which is one they were not used to. But they adapted and eventually kicked out the Europes. Then the Afrikani had to mop up the small states still loyal to the Europes. Once this was done, the Europes no longer had control in Afrikani.